Get ready.
Let's go.
Heyo everybody, I'm Nick, and welcome back to another extra episode of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Last time, we caught a bunch of legendaries. Specifically, we caught ourselves a Giratina, and more specifically, the first thing they let us catch were these 3 Reggies here. It's actually kind of important, because Snow Point Temple here up ahead requires us to have the Reggies to get the legendary that's even in here. Only the chosen may enter the Snow Point Temple. I'm sorry, but you will have to leave. It's okay. You can let that person in. Cynthia sent word to me. You're working on a Pokedex, aren't you? There should be many rare Pokemon in the temple. Enjoy your exploring. There's not really anything, like, super rare in here. Not anything that you couldn't already find elsewhere in the world. So let's just use that repel and get going down, shall we? Oh, by the way, I hope you're a fan of ice puzzles. Gonna say. Ooh, calcium. If I ever decide to build anything at this point in this game, I would probably need those. Oh yeah, you would have normally required HMs too. That's kind of a stinker. At least with this part, it's only a shortcut. I wonder how badly I'll be able to break this section in particular. No, that's not right. This is what I'm supposed to do. We should have only like one more significant set of ice puzzles in order to deal with this. And oh hey, look, they also threw a strength puzzle in here if you want the item. But that in and of itself shouldn't be of too much consequence, since we just do that and the item is ours. It's only a never melt ice. You don't have to worry about it too much. I'm just getting it just because I feel like being a kleptomaniac. Gotta fill that item sack with all your stuff. Hey look, a legendary Pokemon. That's not imposing at all, right? Oh god, I actually have to figure my way around. Nope, that didn't cut it whatsoever. That did something. Well, at the very least, if I screw something up. Oh, no, there we go. Let's save real quick. Unfortunately, I need to take a quick cut. I'll be right back. Alright. Now that I'm back, let's do this. Hey look, it's moving now. It'll only do this if you need to have the 3 Reggies in your party in order to be able to do this legendary battle. Hey look, it's like there's rocks of rock and ice and hopefully steel in there somewhere. Slow start. For 5 turns, its attack and speed are halved. And if you thought that was a horrible ability, you're right. It is. It's very bad. It's kind of what's generally made Regigigas trash all throughout the years. And Come on, you wide guard spamming bastard. Let me thunder wave you. Because that'll make catching you easier. Let's see how much a T-Bolt does to you. Because at the very least, this thing is very, very bulky. You know, I really should have probably just used the... Oh, that was actually kind of scary. Magnezone for all the Reggie fights, because look at this thing. Paralyzing things, it does good damage. And then I can just chuck balls till the cows come home. Being steel type means I kind of resist all of these moves. Even once its slow start is done. See, it's finally got its act together now. Now I'm going to be taking a bunch more damage. It'd also be much faster, too. Oh. Oh, no. I should probably be careful about that hammer arm. Oh, dear. The more paralysis checks, though, I get, the better, because it means it saves on PP. And if you'll excuse me, it's time for the ball chucking. Yosh! Now, if you couldn't guess by the name, Regigigas is kind of the boss of all the Reggies, so that's pretty fun. No, get it out of here. Get that shit out of here. And if this were Vanilla Diamond Pearl, that's pretty much it for all the legendaries you can catch in the game. There is one more encounter you can do at night. Unfortunately, it's not night, and I don't feel like setting my system clock, so there's that. But anyway, at night, Rotom comes out to play. And I would love to do that if my system clock would, you know, if it weren't... Brain, come on. What I'm trying to say is if I could get... Technically, I could find recording time at night. But I'm usually very tired. And it's just like, I just want to go to bed, man. Because sometimes... Kiddo will just take the energy out of you, waiting for him to pass out at like 10, 11. And then you're just like, I just want to go to bed. Anywho, sorry for that little diatribe, and guess I'm gonna have to go right into another one to fill time for this last extra episode. And I guess this is where I can let my thoughts on Legends Arceus can spill. Isekai the Pokemon Adventure is not the first time we've ever seen it. Basically, play any Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game, and you're technically also isekai'd to another world. However, in Legends Arceus, you're actually, you know, your trainer self, and not a Pokemon self, mind you. I did think it was refreshing to be able to, excuse me, actually roam around and find the Pokemon in real time and actually chuck balls and whatnot. Although it was really limiting that your only options was either you can chuck stuff or you can dodge stuff. You're still too wimpy to throw hands with stuff, because otherwise they will knock your block out. I do appreciate the new Hisuian forms, for what it's worth. Especially now that they finally gave Stantler and Quillfish evolutions, but using the strong and swift styles to evolve them, that got annoying rather fast. It's just like, hey, let's just go to the first zone and spam these moves over and over. I think they were more intending for you to use them as you know, had them. But no. that's just not it. And speaking of the Pokédex, while it is significantly smaller than this game's Pokédex, locking the final post-game thing to do behind Pokédex completion actually annoys the fuck out of me. Because for all the other games, Pokédex completion has merely been an optional thing to do just to get something cool. But for here, the last cool thing to do in the game is locked behind Pokédex completion. And that really just does not sit right with me. I know it's easier to do that now, because you don't have to trade with anybody. But still, the fun of curating your own team at this point has been lost, and I kind of don't like that. Plus, I know I said this in the last extra episode, but I guess I can go into my combat gripes now, in that when you're actually in a Pokemon battle, it's about as simple as Gen 1. You have no hold items, there are no abilities. Hell, even the buff system got changed. Well, more specifically, it got simplified. There is no attack and special attack buff. It's just attack buff. There's no defense and special defense buff. It's just a defense buff. Gee, this makes moves like Bulk Up and Calm Mind kinda crazy. Some moves being changed, like Double Hit now being a status. That's kinda interesting to charge up moves, because Pokemon doesn't really do that. And even then, it's only like a 1.5 multiplier, if anything. And to get value out of your charge moves, they need to at least be like 2 times to like be really good. And then there's some moves that can obscure you, so that's the only like evasiveness that you can get. I think that's kind of cool. It'd be kind of nice if they just don't have evasiveness buffs in the main games anymore. I wouldn't mind that. But it's just all the other things you can do in the main game's combat that, after playing Legends Arceus, I kind of value more now. And yeah, maybe BDSP probably isn't quite the place for that. I'd actually place it a bit lower than Sword and Shield if I were to do a new like tier thing or whatever. But when it comes to the other games, it's just like, you know, I'm kind of valuing that experience so much more now that I have Arceus under my belt. Just because there's really only so much I can tolerate of wild encounters. At least it's nice to be able to run around whichever ones you want. I still hate trees, though. It took me forever to find a Cherubi. Do you know how many freaking combi I went through just to find one of those things? Ah! Game Freak, what the shit? Outside of that, I don't have any more words to say. Thank you so much for letting me spew on a bit about how I feel about Legends Arceus, because I don't really have anywhere else to put it. I can't really, like, just dump it on Twitter or something. Well, technically I could, like, as a small video, but I've only got, like, 2 minutes. But here I can just pad a video's out time to however much I want. And also, I've got new art assets I've been wanting to do. And I think I've just been letting Pokemon run long enough. I think it's time we start exploring something a little different, a little more small scale, so to speak. Uh-oh. I let the Switch stay on too long and it started darkening. Like it was gonna go to sleep. Shit. And let's just say for this next adventure, it's time for me to bust out the Wii U again. So, I hope you enjoy a little Captain Toad. Because I don't feel like getting the Switch version. I have the Wii U version, that's enough for me. So, I hope you enjoy these new art assets. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.